His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa ratified and issued Law 6 of this year, ratifying the agreement between the government of Bahrain and the government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China for the promotion and protection of investments, following its approval by the Shura Council and the Council of Representatives. The agreement that was signed in Manama on March 3rd of 24 and attached to the law is hereby ratified. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa issued Decree 3 of this year, appointing an Assistant Under-Secretary at the Ministry of Social Development based on the proposal of the Minister of Social Development and following the approval of the Cabinet. The decree stipulates that Mahmoud Abdul Wahab Matrouk, Director of Competitiveness Enhancement at the Ministry of Finance National Economy, shall be appointed Assistant Under-Secretary for Welfare and Social Rehabilitation, replacing Zainab Salman Al-Uwainati. His Majesty the King issued Decree 4 of this year, appointing a member to the Board of Directors of the Social Insurance Organization following the approval of the Cabinet. The decree stipulates that Mariam Adnan Al-Ansari shall be appointed as a member of the Board of Directors of the SIO, representing the government as an employer, replacing Osama bin Salah Al-Alawi. Her membership shall continue until the end of the current board's term. His Majesty also issued Decree 5 of 2025, transferring an Under-Secretary and an Assistant Under-Secretary at the Ministry of Education based on the proposal of the Minister of Education and following the approval of the Cabinet. According to this decree, Nawal Ibrahim Ahmed Al-Khatar, Under-Secretary for Policies, Strategies and Performance, shall be appointed Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Education. Dr. Sana said Abdul Said Abdul Al-Haddad, Assistant Under-Secretary for Strategies and Performance, shall be transferred to serve as Assistant Under-Secretary for Educational Planning and Licensing at the Ministry of Education. His Majesty also issued Decree 6 of this year, transferring a Director General at the Education and Training Quality Authority based on a proposal by the Prime Minister and following the Cabinet approval. The decree stipulates that Asmat Jafar Akbar Ali, General Director of the National Qualifications Framework and National Examinations, shall be appointed as Deputy CEO of the BQA. His Majesty issued Decree 7 of this year, appointing an Assistant Under-Secretary at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning based on a proposal of the Minister of Housing and Urban Planning and following the approval of the Cabinet. And according to this decree, Mariam Jum'a Khamis Al-Flaiti, Director of Beneficiary Service at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, shall be appointed as Assistant Under-Secretary for Housing Services Affairs at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, replacing Fatima Ibrahim Khalifa Al-Manai. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Governor of the U.S. State of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, at Gudaibiya Palace. His Royal Highness reaffirmed the strong and enduring Bahrain-U.S. relations built on a strategic partnership and shared commitment to development. He highlighted the importance of deepening multi-sectoral collaboration and fostering new opportunities to achieve common goals. His Royal Highness noted the advanced levels of cooperation between the two countries and emphasized the importance of expanding ties, particularly in economic and investment fields, to benefit all. The meeting discussed ways to strengthen bilateral cooperation and key regional and international developments of shared interest. His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Education Charitable Trust, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Tamkeen, and the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, attended this meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa issued Edict 12 of this year, appointing a director at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning based on a Minister of Housing and Urban Planning's proposal. Dina Yusuf Ahmed Sayadiya shall be appointed as Director of the Beneficiary Service at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, replacing Mariam Jum'a Al-Flaiti. His Royal Highness also issued Edict 13 of this year, appointing directors at the Ministry of Education based the Minister of Education's proposal. The edict stipulated the following: individuals shall be appointed at the Ministry of Education: Mohammed Ghanem Zayed Ghanem, Director of Human Resources and Teacher Qualification; Zahra Abdullah Isa Al Dalal, Director of Guidance and Knowledge Resources; and Hamid Rashid Saad Al Amiri, Director of Educational Facilities. His Royal Highness issued Edict 14 of this year, appointing directors at the Education and Training Quality Authority based on the proposal of the Chairman of the authority's Board of Directors. According to the edict, the following shall be appointed to BQA: Amira Mohammed Hassan Al-Balushi, Director of the School and Kindergarten Performance Review; and Dana Hassan Jasem Rabia, Director of the National Framework Operations. His Royal Highness issued Edict 15 of this year, amending some provisions of Edict 6 of 2022, restructuring the Government Service Centre Evaluation Committee Takyim. The edict stipulated that Clause 4 of Article 1 of Edict 6 of 22 on the restructure of the Government Service Centre Evaluation Committee shall be replaced with the following: Mariam Adnan Lansari as member. The National Security Advisor, Commander of the Royal Guard, His Highness Lieutenant General Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with the Chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Senator Roger Wicker, and senior member of the committee, Senator Jack Reed, during His Highness' visit to the U.S. in the presence of Bahrain's ambassador to the U.S., Sheikh Abdullah bin Rashid Al Khalifa, Deputy National Security Advisor, Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, and head of the Strategic Security Agency, Sheikh Ahmed bin Abdulaziz Al Khalifa. His Highness affirmed that Bahrain enjoys bilateral relations with the U.S. in various fields, pointing out the importance of continuing to enhance these relations to achieve common aspirations and benefit the two friendly countries and peoples in light of the continuous interests of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. The meeting discussed means of enhancing relations between Bahrain and the U.S. in various fields and issues of common interest. The National Security Advisor, Commander of the Royal Guard, His Highness Lieutenant General Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, held a meeting with members of the U.S. Congress, Carol Miller and Jimmy Panetta, in the presence of Bahrain's ambassador to the U.S., Sheikh Abdullah bin Rashid Al Khalifa, Deputy National Security Advisor Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, and head of the Strategic Security Bureau, Sheikh Ahmed bin Abdulaziz Al Khalifa. During the meeting, His Highness stressed the strength of the strategic relations between both countries. Miller expressed deep appreciation to His Highness, praising the depth of bilateral relations and cooperation between the two friendly countries. The meeting also discussed ways to enhance bilateral cooperation and topics and issues of common interest. The Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Education Charitable Trust and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Tamkeen, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, inaugurated the Al Fatah Sports Hall at the UK Naval Support Facility at the Salman Naval Base. His Highness affirmed the strong cooperation and coordination between Bahrain and the UK, particularly in the military and defence. He said that this collaboration reflects the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. Upon arrival, His Highness was received by the Minister of Defence Affairs, Lieutenant General Abdullah bin Hassan Luaimi, the UK Ambassador to Bahrain, Alistair Long, Commander of the UK Maritime Component Commandant M.E. Commodore Ben Aldrus, and senior officers from the Bahrain Defence Force and members of the British Naval Support Facility. His Highness said that Bahrain-UK relations continue to develop across all levels, driven by the distinguished strategic partnership and the mutual commitment of the leadership of both kingdoms to further strengthen them. He congratulated those present at the inauguration and wished the facility and all its members success.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellencies, Commodore, ladies and gentlemen of the Royal Navy, good morning. I stand before you today to inaugurate the Al-Fatih Sports Hall at the United Kingdom Naval Support Facility. This centre, which we laid the foundation for just a year ago, is completed as we celebrate the 57th anniversary of the Bahrain Defence Force. I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, for their unwavering support of the Bahrain-UK relationship, a historic bond that continues to thrive into its third century. Since its establishment in 2018, the role of the Royal Navy at the Naval Support Facility alongside the Royal Bahrain Naval Force has been central to the safeguarding of our shared values, security and prosperity together with our allies and partners. The strength of our relationship lies in our ability to work together, share knowledge and innovate in ways that address emerging challenges. In order to do that effectively, we need our sailors and Marines to be of sound body and mind. The physical human element should not be underestimated as we strive to integrate new technologies and ways of operating. So it is of great importance that we continue to invest in facilities like this. Stepping forward, I am energized by opportunities for collaboration, whether through joint exercises, knowledge exchange programs, or technological developments that enhance our military readiness and lethality. Let us remain steadfast in our commitment to safeguarding prosperity and security for both our nations and the region. With continued determination and resilience, together we are well prepared to meet the complex challenges that lie ahead. Thank you very much.
His Highness also affirmed the pivotal role of the UK alongside its allies in enhancing security, stability and peace, both in the region and globally. He emphasised the importance of continuing to strengthen bilateral cooperation between the two kingdoms to achieve shared goals and aspirations. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al Zayani, met in Paris with Egypt's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian Expatriates Affairs, Dr. Badr Abdelati, on the sidelines of their participation in the joint Arab-Western ministerial meeting on Syria. They discussed the latest regional challenges and the topics to be discussed at the meeting to examine the situation in Syria and the ongoing preparations to hold the Emergency Arab Summit in Cairo on February 27th of this year to discuss the developments of the Palestinian cause and the situation in the Gaza Strip. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al Zayani, also met in Paris with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of Lebanon, Youssef Raji. Dr. Zayani congratulated Mr. Raji on assuming the portfolio of the ministry in the new Lebanese government and on the election of a new Lebanese president and the formation of the new government, wishing Lebanon continued security, stability and prosperity. He briefed Youssef Raji on the outcomes of the 33rd Arab Summit hosted by Bahrain and the initiatives adopted then, which emphasized the keenness of Arab countries to establish a lasting peace in the region, strengthening Arab solidarity and protect human rights. For his part, the Lebanese minister expressed aspiration to expand cooperation between the two countries and to continue consultation on regional challenges. They discussed the two countries' fraternal relations, emphasizing the importance of enhancing cooperation to serve mutual interests and goals. They also discussed the latest regional developments and the efforts being made to de-escalate the situation and preserve the security and stability of the region. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Zayani, also met with UNESCO's Assistant Director General for Education, Stefania Giannini. The meeting discussed cooperation between Bahrain and UNESCO in education, science, culture and cultural heritage, and opportunities to enhance cooperation and exchange of expertise to serve the desired goals. The Foreign Minister briefed the Assistant Director General on the developments of Bahrain's initiative adopted by the 33rd Arab Summit last May to provide educational services to those affected by conflicts in the region who were deprived of their right of formal education due to the security and political situation and the repercussions of displacement, refugees and migration in coordination between the Arab League, UNESCO and Bahrain. He stressed Bahrain's keenness to continue efforts to pursue the implementation of this humanitarian initiative that concerns the human right to education and knowledge. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Zayani, met with representatives of the Choiseul French think tank institute in the presence of Bahrain's ambassador to France, Issam El Jassem. They discussed the historical friendship relations between the two countries and ways to develop them in many fields, especially in the economic, developmental, investment and joint projects, and to benefit from investment opportunities available in both countries.